Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're watching me for the first time, I go by the name of Gift Somagwabe, also known as Soma K. And thank you for joining this channel. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Announcement, I've also joined TikTok. So my handle is Gift_the auditor. So it's just short videos, a bit of more information, and just things that I can't really just post on the channel. But you've noticed that I've started posting a bit of short videos and just random stuff that you can learn from internal audit. So today's video is very serious. Like, I really want to emphasize on something, and I'm sure a couple of you guys have heard about it before, but if not, you'll be hearing it for the first time, and I hope that I will leave you with something important for your career. So I want to talk about phantom ticking. I'm sure a couple of you have never heard of what phantom ticking is, but before actually going to phantom ticking, I want to just lay a foundation so you get an idea of where I'm going. All right, so we all know ethics. We all know what being ethical is, and it's all about knowing the difference between you're wrong and you're right. You know, we've learned it from a young age. It's your morals, your values, you know. It's basically, it's your way of life, the way you live. So it's very important that we are ethical as accountants and auditors, right? And you've probably heard of code of ethics in your notes, or you're studying, or in your test exams, wherever. But we have integrity, we have competency, we have confidentiality, we have objectivity, sorry. And these are things that basically say you do your work with due diligence, to do it with honesty. If you want to be objective, don't have your conflict of interest, self-interest, financial interest. Don't be easily manipulated or influenced by people around you when you're doing your audits. You know, have competency, the qualifications that you say you have. Do you actually have them? You know, don't lie about it, because you need to really do your best in your line of work. So you need to be competent, you know, being confidential. You can't go around speaking things about clients, client documents and financial statements and all of that. So those are the things that you need to do as an accountant. But one thing we don't realize is you need to be ethical from the day that you enroll for your qualification, your degree. It's not just you getting the job and now you're going to be a good person and be ethical. The moment we enroll for our degree, guys, and I know universities have rules and regulations, exam policies and all of those, and those things are put in place to actually help us. But as students, of course, we just feel like it's draining us, you know, it's just squeezing us, and you just feel irritated by the rules. But this is to help you in the long run, and it starts with the small things. We've had plagiarism, we've had, you know, copying, those things, having an assignment that's due and you didn't do it, and you ask your friend and you copy, you change some words, sitting together, writing an exam and taking each other, like small things, guys. And I'm not saying I'm also perfect, but I've learned the hard way, and that's why I want to talk about this, because I would have also ended up somewhere else if I did not see the light, or see like this is not right, you know. And it's from way back, you know, high school even. Sometimes you don't do your homework and you just sit together and you know, so just those little things where we feel like as long as they didn't catch me or confront me about it, I'm still good. But you need to be ethical even when nobody is watching. Sorry guys for the background noise, I'm doing this video outside. But you need to be ethical even when nobody's watching. That's what being ethical is all about. So with the phantom ticking, so what is phantom ticking? So this is basically like falsifying your audit procedures, your working papers. So you basically documenting audit procedures that are actually not completed, so you, like, how can I put this? You have your working paper, your procedures, and you tick everything. Everything is there. The invoices are correct, dated. There's nothing false. Amounts are correct. When in fact you did not actually even look at all the invoices, or you did not look at any invoices. So that is phantom ticking. You basically falsifying. You're not saying what is there. So if someone else came in and looked at your working papers, they wouldn't find what you found. If you said that invoice 243 is correct with this amount, and I look for invoice 243, I can't find it, or I find it but it's completely the opposite of what you're saying in your working paper. You are phantom ticking. And why do people do it? I'm sure you'd ask, why would you put yourself in so much danger as an auditor? So many reasons, and one of them is the pressure that you get as an auditor to meet budget constraints and finances and stuff. So you want to actually book fewer hours than what you actually worked because you don't want to go over budget. So you find yourself just saying, yeah, everything is correct, and that takes you maybe 2 hours, whereas it was supposed to take you 6 hours, so such things. And another thing is not understanding the audit procedures, especially when you're at the beginning of your career. You're still learning and you don't understand what exactly you're testing, and most people don't ask questions, and that results in them just saying, okay, let me just tick and say everything is fine. And then when your senior comes and checks, your manager checks, everything is a mess. So you really need to understand what you're testing, what you're doing, what it's all about, and don't be afraid to ask questions. So people get afraid to ask questions, and that results in them just doing whatever they can, and just having that sense of relief that, oh, I did my job and I submitted it, not knowing that you actually did the wrong thing. And another thing is maybe collusion, bribery. So, working with the client to make sure that they don't detect any fraud or detect any whatever it is that they don't want auditors to find out. So you might work together, be bribed, and you just end up doing that. Another thing is laziness. I think this one is on you. If you are just generally lazy and you just, don't feel like working, and you just start putting everything in the working paper as correct, that's going to be a problem. So those are the reasons why people do phantom. And then the consequences, obviously your career is at stake. You could be fired, your career is just damaged. You have a record that is not clean, and people would know about it. And sometimes it's not you just getting fired. Sometimes you'll stay on the job, but you won't be trusted to do the work. Obviously, people will have to constantly monitor you, and it won't be nice for you. You'll no longer enjoy your work, so they won't trust you that much. So what can you do to actually avoid this phantom ticking, guys, when you start your careers? Number one, procrastinating. Try not to procrastinate so that you don't run out of time and then you find yourself under pressure. I know sometimes it's hard to be productive when you wake up and you're not okay, but try to be efficient so that you get your work done and it can be reviewed, and you've actually had time to look at everything, so that you meet deadlines. Number two, make sure that you ask the client for everything. A lot of people don't ask the client for everything. Maybe they're scared, or sometimes clients ignore you, but you need to be there pestering them until you get everything you need, because now you find yourself just ticking things that are not there. And then when your manager or partner review, they'll be like, I want to see this document, and you don't have it. Okay. Another thing is report to the manager or somebody higher than you on any suspicions that you have. If you feel like documents are funny, something's just not right, rather just send it to someone with more experience so they can have a look at it and discuss it with the client, rather than you just writing whatever it is in the working paper and then you questioned at the end. And then another thing is constantly be in touch with your seniors so that they can review your work, be aware of what you're doing, and if you're in the right direction. I've learned that, am I doing this right? Should it look like this? So that you don't spend 3 hours doing something and then you find that you did the wrong thing and you just submit. So that avoids a lot of things. And then the last one is be honest in everything you do, guys. Remember, as I said, is when nobody is watching, what are you doing? So from today, even if you get 50% for an assignment that you did by yourself, compared to somebody that copied and they got 85, you are honest and you feel the joy because you worked for it. So those are the things that you need to start implementing. So I'm calling you out. If you're a student right now and you're a bit guilty of, your ethics are in question, are questionable, you need to start thinking about that, guys. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I will see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and follow me on all platforms. TikTok, it's lit. Love you guys.